Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off. What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today we have for you guys NBA Legends Explain what it's like being a rookie in the NBA. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video, see if we get 100 likes. Also, let me know down in the comments below which videos you want to see next, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We're releasing daily videos for the rest of 2021, so make sure you don't miss out. With that being said, let's get into NBA Legends Explain what it's like being a rookie.
When you look around the room, Shaq, who do you think had the best pro debut, best NBA debut of the seven here?
I might have to go with Steve.
Why would you go with Steve?
His jumper looked nice. He was limited on his mistakes, and he looked good doing it.
Which Steve? Which Steve? Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr.
Wrong Steve. It was Steve Smitty. Steve Smith. Made it look easy.
He even crossed his leg. That's a good
You know what?
You know what? He's in the Barca Lounger over here, making it look easy.
No, you know what? I'm looking at my research. They were down by 15.
Research?
He was faking that injury because there was nobody next to you. Nobody next to you.
I got hurt playing defense. I got hurt playing defense.
You playing defense?
Yeah. I got hurt.
You actually had 24 in your NBA debut, and that was your season high for your rookie season.
Wow. None of y'all had 24?
I didn't
That's
start.
the most you had your rookie
Who
year?
did you
That's
play?
my worst.
Kenny, did you start?
Yeah, I started my rookie year.
But that was his first night in the
I was with the
NBA.
Heat.
And that
I was
was
at the point.
his season high.
Yeah.
So did you think they were all going to be that easy?
I did, for sure, because I had the ball in my hand. But I was playing with Glenn Rice, so I had to get the ball up a little bit. And the black hole, Ronnie Cycling. But
Way to throw him under the bus. Good job. Yeah.
Ronnie never threw the ball. Ronnie only had a career high of 3 assists. But it was, you know. Ronnie should do.
He loved Ronnie.
That's my guy, but he didn't pay.
Reggie,
one of those nights.
Yeah, Reggie, what was your welcome to the NBA moment that you knew you had arrived and you were here?
Well, I'm not necessarily thought I had arrived, but game one of preseason. This is a preseason game one. And obviously I was playing with Charles's Auburn teammate and Chuck Person, and he comes up to me before the game and is like, watch this little love tap I give to Dominic Wilkins. I didn't know they had beef the year before. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And I'm sitting on the bench because I'm a rookie. None of us really started. And as soon as the jump ball went up, Chuck went right up to Dominique and gave him a forearm right in the throat. The bench is clear, everyone's getting up, and I'm standing on the sideline, and Herb Williams is next to me. I'm like, well, what should I do? He's like, rookie, better get your behind out there and start fighting. That's how I knew I was part of the NBA. You had to, what you can't do now,
Right.
you had to clear the benches and run out there and get Chuck's back. But you know how Chuck was.
Oh,
Chuck
yeah.
was-
Oh, no question.
he would give it to you.
How about it? I mean, you recall, preseason games being that intense? Your first season?
Only one. Like, there was a noticeable difference. Like, the first couple games, we were screwing around. I was really nervous playing with Doc, Moses, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew, Tony, Bobby Jones, and those guys. And the first 3 or 4 games were, you're just trying to break a sweat and work on your stuff. And then we played the Boston Celtics. And I was like, wow, this is different. The locker room was quiet. And then a fight broke out during the game between Dr. J and Larry Bird. And it let me know, like, that was hatred between the Sixers and the Celtics. I mean, it was unbelievable intensity in a preseason game.
For all of you, I mean, when you reach this level, you're in the NBA. It's been a dream, I'm sure, when you're going to YMCA games at 8 o'clock in the morning and that kind of thing, and you're always thinking, boy, I'm playing the NBA someday. How does that feel when you finally realize that, Shaq?
Man, for me, it was fun, because I grew up watching all these old timers on this panel, except for Chris. But, it was fun. I said to myself, I made it. But, the funny thing for me is I didn't know the difference between preseason and the regular season. So when I first got to the Magic, I was playing all our preseason, and Scott said, hey, man, calm down. The season ain't started yet. What you mean the season ain't started? We 3-0. We first in the conference. It's preseason. I'm like, preseason? What the hell is that?
Ernie, I think it's a lot more nerve-wracking than people realize. Because what you did in high school, like, okay, all of us are the big men in high school. But then when you go to college, you back to zero. I mean, you go back to zero. And then it's even worse when you get to the pros. Because like I said, I didn't start. I was the number 5 pick in the draft, and I wasn't even really getting to play a lot in the beginning. but it's very nerve-wracking. And there's certain things that people take for granted. Like, number one, it's kind of like you're an alien. What I mean by it is they come and pick you one day and they drop you off in the city. So first thing you have to do is find a place to live.
Is Philadelphia bigger than Leeds?
just in that one little area. Ernie, you know what's something that's funny? You said that learning your way around these cities and trying to get there for practice in the morning or go out and get a meal.
Were you late a couple of times?
I was.
Practice, right?
Well, first of all, it took me a while because you're not getting paid. So they pick you up like the first week because you really go right into training camp. And then most places you go somewhere. So it was very nerve-wracking. And then when I finally got a car, man, I just drove around trying to figure it out the first couple days. And it is hectic.
The biggest thing to me is there's two different things. There's when you first make the playoffs, but then when you first actually be a rookie. Because all of us, when you're in college, if you have a good game, that means your team is pretty much either going to win in college or going to be close to winning because you're dominating the game. I just remember my first time having a really good game in the NBA, and I'm looking up, and I got like 23 points going into halftime, and we're down 11 or 14 points. So the first time in your life that you couldn't really impose everything on the will of a game, and you go, wow, this is how great these players are, that you're not the imposing force no matter how great you're playing.
Steve, what was that first year like? You're playing for Cotton?
For Cotton Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
My experience was totally different than these guys because I was a, late second-round pick. I didn't know if I was going to make the league. I was on a non-guaranteed contract. And I'll never forget one of my first exhibition games, we played the Bulls. And I was just trying to make the roster. And Michael Jordan gets the ball right in front of our bench. And I'm already scared to death. Like, God, I hope I don't get into this game. I'm not ready for this stuff. And he holds the ball out. He holds the ball out and he looks right at me. And I'm on the bench just kind of like, he holds the ball out and he goes, watch this. And he turns, and he went right around Dan Marley, bam, dunks it, looks back at our bench and just starts laughing. And I'm looking like, there's no way in hell I can ever make the NBA.
Now I really don't want to.
I thought he looked at you and said, 10 years from now, I'm going to throw this to you.
Yeah.
10 years from now, be ready.
Ernie, I struggle with downtime. After practice, being in Miami, at 1 o'clock getting out of practice, and then you got a whole bunch of free time.
A lot of guys didn't struggle with the downtime.
I struggle. I really struggle.
Not on Washington, Collins, and Ocean, you wasn't struggling.
When I came to the NBA, being the #1 pick and coming behind Shaq, it was, it was pressure. So I wouldn't say I had the pressure of Steve saying, I might not make the team, but I have the pressure of expectations and, what do my peers think of me? Not what do they think of me, what am I going to make them think of me, what is this and that. But I remember going to 2 games specifically playing against a preseason game against Akeem, and I was nervous. I'm watching them, I'm just, because I'm still a fan. I've never met any of these players. So my first game, I'm a fan of Akeem. He's, I'm looking at his legs, looking at his tonics. I'm like, yeah, I had those shoes. I'm 2 years removed.
I say tonic shot.
Tonic. Everything about Akeem. And I remember I drove it down the lane, I spun it, I laid it up, and I made a little face. I'm so excited. When walking to halftime, he's like, nice move. Next time, give me a shoulder. And then the next time, Sean Kemp came and I traveled. Pump fake 3 times, and I came down the court. Sean was like, hey, relax. Nobody's going to block your dunk. There's athletes in here. You just relax, you take it up. And I was like, wow, the veterans, they're cool because they'll knock you out coming to the hole, but they'll also give you a little bit of love. So my first year, I was a little in awe, but it helped a lot.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the beginning, we're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.